This is your weekly rundown of episode Heresy, week 22, starting on July 1st. The new limited time event, Rite of the Nine, continues this week, with all dungeons available to play at any time on any difficulty. The featured dungeon being the Ghost of the Deep, which has increased currency rewards and a chance for weapons to drop from enemy kills, as well as increased loot from the final boss chest when completing all encounters in the featured dungeon. Plus, more exotic weapons are being added to the Emissary's loot pool for players looking to round out their exotic weapon arsenal. Also, beginning this week until July 15th, players can earn Nonary Engrams, and players may purchase additional Nonary Engrams using 350 Nonary manifolds at the Emissary. These Engrams are filled to the brim with hand-picked cosmetic rewards spanning multiple years of Destiny 2 content. Some are newer like Holochips, and others are a blast from the past like Crimson Day emotes. The Vanguard Onslaught featured map this week will be Mothyachts, with a Fallen War Priest kicking off the boss rotation. The Expert Battlegrounds will start this week's rotation with Core. The Dreaming City this week is at a medium curse level, which means Petrovenge can be found in the Divilian Mist, and has the Oracle Engine mission for the next week. The Blindwell features Hive enemies and the Plague Kragar. The Ascendant challenge will be the Shattered Ruins over in the Spine of Keris. On the Moon, the weekly story mission is a mysterious disturbance. The Trove Guardian is located in the Anchor of Light, while the Wandering Nightmare is the Nightmare of Zoltal in Sorrow's Harbour. Nightmare hunts Tanix, Isolation, Zydron, Servitude, and Ghoul, Rage. The Altars of Sorrow start this week's rotation with the Nightmare of Zydron and the Heretic Rocket Launcher. On Europa this week, Phylax the Warrior will be the Empire Hunt, Asterian's Abyss will be the Eclipse Zone, and the Exo Challenge will be Agility. Dares of Eternity Expert difficulty rounds are Fallen, Hive, and Zydron. The Scatterhorn armor set and the Lightkin armor set will be available in Dares of Eternity with Weapon Set 3. Chroma Rush, Ignition Code, Grid Skipper, Farewell, Sonja's Tale, Shattered Cipher, Main Ingredient, Long Shadow, Last Dance, Toil and Trouble, Wishbringer, and Last Perdition. The Witch Queen weekly story mission is The Ghost, Altar of Reflection's Choice, and Altar of Reflection's Insight. The Wellspring activity will start the week on Defense, with the Arc Grenade Launcher, Tarnation, and Vazul Solar Scorn Chieftain as the boss. The Lightfall weekly mission is Downfall, the Partition mission will be Ordnance, and the Vex incursion will be Umshire Park. In the Pale Heart, the exotic mission Duel Destiny is still available for teams of 2 Guardians, where you can farm the mission to earn as many new prismatic exotic class items as you like. The Final Shakes Cooperative Focus campaign mission this week will be Iconoclasm. The 12 Guardian Match-Made Excision mission is also available next to the race for a weekly Pinnacle, with the Grandmaster version granting the Ergo Sum Catalyst and an Ascendant Shard. Also available for a weekly Pinnacle is the Salvation Jade Raid, over in the Pale Heart, and new dungeon Sundered Doctrine, which can be found over on the Throne World, with the exotic Linear Fusion Rifle Finalities Ager up for grabs, and a whole suite of new weapons and armour. Just make sure to visit Icor over in the tower to pick up the quest Drowning Labyrinth to enter. The Salvation Jade Raid Challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Verity, called Varigeometry. The Root of Nightmares Raid Challenge this week is the 3rd encounter, Macrocosm, called Cosmic Equilibrium. The Vow the Disciple Challenge this week is the 4th encounter, Rogue, called Looping Catalyst. The Vault of Glass Challenge this week is the 2nd encounter, Oracles, called The Only Oracle for You. The Deep Zone Crypt Challenge this week is the 1st encounter, Crypt Security, called Red Rover. And the Last Wish Challenge this week is the 1st encounter, Kali, called Summoning Ritual. Featured Pinnacle Raid 1 will be Kingsfall over in the Legends tab, and featured Pinnacle Raid 2 will be the Garden of Salvation over on the Moon, with all challenges available for all encounters. With the exotic Scout Rifle Touch of Malice being farmable from the final boss in Kingsfall, and the exotic Trace Rifle Divinity being acquired via completing the raid puzzles in Garden. Also, the Garden of Salvation weapons are now craftable, with the red borders being farmable for the week. Plus, you can grab a quest from Hawthorne in the tower for a guaranteed red border on a full completion. Featured Pinnacle Dungeon 1 will be the Grasp of Avarice over on the Cosmodrome, and featured Pinnacle Dungeon 2 will be Vesper's Host over on Europa. The exotic mission rotator will be Operation Seraph Shield, with the Revision Zero exotic Pulse Rifle being the main reward, the Season of the Seraph weapon set, and Ikelos weapon set, with the Warmind's Avatar armor set. The exotic missions, the Whisper and 0 Hour will also be available in the Legends tab. We have now had all of episode Heresy's challenges over the first 16 weeks of the episode. So, as a reminder, if you complete 108 out of 112, you can get a large pile of Bright Dust to spend at the Eververse store in-game. Lost Sectors, Tuesday Thriller Dome on Neptune, Wednesday the Broken Deep in the Pale Heart, Thursday the Blooming Deep in the Pale Heart, Friday Bunker E15 on Europa, Saturday Perdition on Europa, Sunday Veil's Labyrinth on the Cosmodrome, and Monday Exodus Garden 2A on the Cosmodrome. The Grandmaster Nightfalls continue this week with our 22nd featured Nightfall, which has seen us face off against Gorgath in the reprised Lake of Shadows over on the EDZ, with a Lotus Eater Rocket Sidearm as the featured adept weapon. The 6v6 playlist will be Control, the 6v6 Quickplay mode should be Rift, Slow Collision should be in the small team's Quickplay, and Hardware Mix should also be available. Plus, Trials of Osiris at the weekend, with the Shrire's Wrath submachine gun as the featured adept weapon. This week should also see bonus Trials Reputation available all weekend long. And as we only have 2 more weeks of this current episode, here's another reminder of what's going away when the Edge of Fate releases on July 15th. Starting with the 10th Anniversary Seal and Title, Moments of Triumph 2024 Seal and Title, Act 3 of Heresy's Unknown Antechamber Chess Puzzle and Rewards, Act 2's activity the Court of Blades, Act 1's activity the Nether with its 3 modes, Exploration, Advanced, and Expert. From Act 3 of Revenant, the exotic mission Kel's Fall, where you can earn the Void exotic shotgun Slayer's Fang, and Prison of Elders challenge Kel's Vengeance. Act 2 of Episode Revenant's Tomb of Elders, and Contest of Elders. Act 1 of Episode Revenant's Onslaught Salvation, which has new defences, 3 maps that are not in the Vanguard playlist version, and new enemies to fight. In the last City on the Helm, Episode Echoes 3 Battleground activities, Delve, Conduit, and Core, with Enigma Protocol and Breach Executable. Episode Echoes Exotic Mission Encore, where you can earn the Void Exotic Auto Rifle Choir of One, and the Grandmaster Nightfall node, which gives Guardians the opportunity to complete their Conquest Seal for this episode, some of which are now not available. Warden of Nothing on the Dreaming City, Sunless Cell on the Dreadnought, Insight Terminus on Nessus, Psyops Battlegrounds Moon, Lake of Shadows on the EDZ, Scarlet Keep on the Moon, Hypernet Current on Europa, Heist Battlegrounds Mars, and the Psyops Battlegrounds Cosmodrome. To get you prepared for the Edge of Fate, now would be a good time to start hoarding completed vendor bounties that can carry over to the next expansion for XP and artifact progression. Also, don't forget to collect all of your Episode Heresy pass items. Any items left over from Episode Revenant's pass on Bungie.net, plus your reward check items and engrams from Failsafe for Episode Echoes, Ido for Episode Revenant, and both shaping slabs for Episode Heresy. Also, Banshee 44, Gunsmith, Shax, Crucible, Zavala, Vanguard, Drifter, Gambit, Saint 14, Trials, Rahul, Cryptarch, Hawthorne, Clan, and Xur at the weekend before the end of the episode, as they will reset and you will lose all items when the new expansion begins. Don't forget to collect your free 700 Bright Dust from the Eververse store each week up until the Edge of Fate begins, and don't forget to keep an eye on Xur this Friday at reset to see if he's offering another chance to grab a random rolled exotic class item for 41 strange coins. And that's it for the 22nd week of the Final Shape Episode Heresy. Thank you for watching, Allons-y.